Are you in search of a pharmacy for all your medical needs? Check out my guy Jason Who's Skylands Pharmacy and Compounding, located at 337 US 46, Rockaway, New Jersey, zip code 07866, serving all of New York and New Jersey. They specialize in compounding sildenafil for male erectile dysfunction, as well as semaglutide and tirzepatide for weight loss. They come to you with an amazing delivery service, so don't worry about having to come in person. They'll come to you. Once again, check out Skylands Pharmacy and Compounding in Rockaway, New Jersey by my guy Jason who was the first guy to buy my merch. You can call them at 973-559-7979. That's 973-559-7979. Proud partner of the DJ Sports Show. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the show.
Congrats on the huge win, man. Played great. Whole team played great. Obviously, losing these guys last time was tough. What did you guys do differently in your preparing and playing the game to beat these guys?
I mean, we packed it in. We got rebounds. Like last game, we got out rebounded. They sped us up, so we played our game on speed. I mean, we do it every game. We're very much beat.
How do you think the crowd was in the track tonight? What was their role?
I mean, this was packed the whole. We feed off the energy and it makes us play more better.
I mean, you got your fans right here that love you.
My boys, they're helping you.
The rest of the season.
I mean, one game at a time. We're gonna win the rest of the games. Win out and try to get this conference champion.
All right, perfect. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your one and only host, DJ Hamilton of DJ Sports Show, sole proprietor and CEO of the DJ Sports Show. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And you listen on audio platforms, make sure you leave a 5-star rating and share with anybody you know who loves sports. We are back in my Vision Studios today with another special guest, one of my most accomplished guests of all time. He scored 1,000 career points in high school at Lynbrook Owls High School and for SUNY New Paltz Hawks. He's a 2024 SUNYAC champion. He was the 2024 Male Scholar Athlete of the Year and 2024 Male Scholar Athlete Basketball Player of the Year. My guy, Rylan Blondo.
What's going on?
How you doing, my guy?
Good.
doing
No
good,
disrespect, the left hand.
Yeah, I know you can't reach, so it's good. I usually always do that, so I was like, I cannot shake his hand, you know?
You got it.
How's everything, man? How's your summer been since the season's been over?
It's been crazy. It's school year's over, season's over. It's weird adjusting to non-college athlete and just living life, trying to get a job, trying to maintain goals and just be free. So it's nice to finally have no school on my back and just be free and go into the real world.
Hey man, you're gonna enjoy it. No homework, trust me.
Yeah,
you're gonna enjoy it, man. I remember when I first got out of college, I was like, man, no homework. I just have to worry about getting bread and then getting advancing my career, and I could travel more now.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have no school. So let's get right into it, Rylan. So you were born in Brooklyn, you told me. I remember laughing like you were born in Brooklyn, but you were raised in Queens.
Yes,
I thought you were Brooklyn, born and bred, man.
Yeah.
So describe to me, what was it like being born in Brooklyn? What age did you actually be born in Brooklyn? When did you move to Queens?
I lived in Queens all before third grade, and then third grade is when I moved to Long Island. So till third grade was when I lived in Queens my whole life, Glendale.
So you don't really have much recollection of Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn was kind of my dad's side because his mom lived there. So when I go to my grandma's, and he went to Cardozo, so it was just my dad was kind of Brooklyn side, and I've been around there with his mom and my grandma. But Queens, Glendale was where it's at for me, and that's where I was born. So yeah.
So describe Queens. How would you describe to someone who's never been there or not really familiar with it?
So I haven't been there in probably a long time. A couple years probably actually, but Glendale for me, it was really like I was always outside, so I could just tell the environment. I was always at the park. My grandpa, my grandma lived across the street from me in the apartments, so it was like I was always outside going to their apartments, going to the park between them. My friends lived close, so I could say it was like felt like a family when I was there because all my friends were close, and we would always go to the park, and I was always outside, not on the phone.
Yep.
So
Same,
our generation, But yeah, it was just more like I was just happy. It was like that's all I can remember is happy memories and like pure memories of me being young and outside and.
Yep.
So
us early 2000s kids, man, we were the last generation before like technology took over to really be outside, be active, and socialize and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, I take pride in it, man. Pride in it. Yeah. Who was the first person to put a basketball in your hand?
Oof. So I would say probably my dad because he was the first one that
Shout out James.
Yeah.
Shout out James.
So he would always bring us to the park, and I was always watching my brother play, and then I just decided to put a basketball in my hands and try to attempt to shoot or whatever. I remember not even close to touching the rim.
Yeah, air ball, right?
Yeah, or air ball. I'll be happy if I touch the net with the ball, but I would definitely say my pops and my brother definitely helped me put the ball in my hand when I was younger.
Oh, what's your brother's name?
Noah.
Noah? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
He's 3 years older than me.
Oh, he played ball too back in the day?
So it's a funny story. When he was a senior in high school, I was a freshman. So we actually played 1 year in varsity together.
Oh, wow.
So we had
I'll show you guys
4-year difference apart and for grade rise. So
I showed those battles 1-on-1 were crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Noah because he was beating me all my younger years, and he kind of made me like train to get better because I was competitive always as a kid. I hate losing in like board games and any games. So like him busting my ass in basketball when I was younger, it was just like
it made you tougher.
Yeah, I was just upset. I
like
hated losing. I literally trained just to beat him.
Oh wow,
like that was my goal at first to beat him one day.
That sounds reminiscent of Michael Jordan, Larry Jordan story.
Yeah,
exactly. You ever read those books growing up?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro, that sounds similar.
I know. I was like his big brother back in the day.
Yep. And then when you finally beat him 1-on-1, you're probably like, yeah, I got you today.
Yeah, exactly.
Who were some of the players you watched growing up you tried to model your game after?
I would definitely say Russell Westbrook was my number one player. Just no matter what team he played, if they were the worst in the conference or best team, he always brought that same energy and passion, and he just played hard every single play. Unselfish, led the NBA in like a triple-double, averaged a triple-double for a season. So it's just like amazing how he's able to be consistent with how hard he plays. And I just tried to follow that, just no matter what day, having a bad day or you're not scoring hard, you could just play hard and affect the game in other ways. So he was always someone who I looked up to.
Yeah, he has that nonstop motor,
which
is similar to you, because I remember watching you on the court, whether it was offensively or defensively, you're always on the go, always bringing the intensity, and always uplifting your teammates too.
Yeah, and Kobe Bryant as well.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace, Kobe, Mamba, man.
Exactly,
yep. So Queens has produced a lot of great ballers through the years, from NBA luminaries, Kenny Anderson, Kenny Smith, Ron Artest, Mark Jackson, Lamar Odom, to name a few. What is it about Queens that makes it such a basketball hotbed, and how did growing up there help your game and make you tougher?
Definitely just being at the park, and I feel like the park basketball in Queens is what really elevated those players you just mentioned, their game. They were just being shifty on the court outside, and I mean, obviously it's harder to score outside with wind and stuff, but the way to just be able to gain their skill and just play against older people and be at the park and keep working on their game. They just got that edge at Queens, just having that New York background and having that New York wiggle in your game, being shifty, is just kind of just goes through all those players that you mentioned, how they just have that kind of New York swagger in their game, and it just gives them confidence to be like a leader on the court and play hard and never back down to whoever they're playing against, kind of similar to all those players.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of great guards, especially from the city, bro. You ever heard of Era the GOAT Manigault?
It sounds familiar.
He's one of the greatest players to never play in NBA. Kareem said he was better than him. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said that. He played against him at Rucker Park, I believe, back in the day in the 60s.
Yeah. Might have to look him up, look some clips up.
That's how you know I'm a true hoop head. I even know that name.
Yeah.
Bro, that dude was legit, man. He was like 6'1", had a nice jumper, sick handles, sick bounce. They said he could touch like the top of the backboard. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, we need some film on that.
Yeah, I don't know what rockets he has in his calves. That 6'1", touching the top of the backboard is ludicrous.
I know, that's crazy. It's like Will Chamberlain stories.
Yeah.
100-point games. We need some film on that.
100-point sign.
Yeah.
So did you play any other sports growing up that helped you with your game on the court? And if so, what aspects have they helped you?
I was actually a baseball player. That was my number one sport before high school. It was baseball. But I guess eye coordination would be how it translated for basketball. But other than that, I kind of like got bored from it. And that's why I kind of fell in love with basketball, because I just felt more passion with it. But baseball was definitely my number one sport. And I played soccer my senior year in high school, and I just helped for my like a quickness and conditioning. So other than that, yeah, soccer and baseball was other two sports I kind of played growing up.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, growing up I did basketball and track. Yeah. I was gonna think of doing football 8th grade, but I was like, I'm too skinny, I'm gonna get cracked. So I'm gonna stick to basketball and track.
Track, yeah, I did that in 7th grade one time.
Oh really?
I remember that. Yeah,
nice.
I was doing like the 100-meter.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so it was fun. And the long jump, I was not bad, but I don't know. I fell in love with basketball. I just gave all my attention to that sport for the time being. But I regret not playing baseball in high school though. Definitely.
Damn.
Me and my friend Tyler at my high school, we always said we were going to try out for the baseball team. And we just never ended up doing it. Yeah. It's always an inside joke.
Would you say you were better at baseball than basketball?
I would say at a point, yeah. I would say baseball, I was better at baseball than basketball at one point before I put my focus on basketball, of course. But yeah, baseball, it just felt like it came more like second nature to me. Like,
okay.
So
that's dope. So you went to Lynbrook Middle School in Long Island. What was the environment like there, and how did middle school help prepare you for the high school level?
So it was a good environment. It was, my friends were all around the town. I knew everybody. I was friendly with everybody. I didn't really have no problems to anybody. All my friends were always outside, doing sports together. Always just finding something to do. That's not video games. So it was just like we were always active. There's always something to do every time, looking forward every day to wake up, seeing what we're doing today. And then just playing sports and travel. I was playing a lot of AAU basketball at that time. So the times I wasn't hanging out with them, I probably had a tournament or a game every weekend. So it was, my dad and my mom driving me everywhere every weekend. So it was definitely crazy time.
That actually leads into great segue into the next question. So you played for Queens Marksmen in Game 7 on the AAU circuit growing up. What did you learn from playing with both those clubs, and how did that experience help you as you continue progressing throughout your basketball career?
I definitely learned a lot from both Game 7 and Queens Marksmen. It was kind of tough to decide because I always played with Game 7 and I switched to Queens Marksmen, and I just felt more confident there in my game. So it definitely helped me like get my scoring side out of that mode. But Game 7 always taught me like defense and playing hard and all like the principles to make me like the player I am today. So I think that the combination of both those coaches and teams and cultures definitely both combined into like helping me be the player I am today. So it was definitely interesting, and I don't regret like choosing one. I'm happy I played with both of them, because the amount of friendships and relationships I made with each player on each teams and the coaches, I'll never forget, and I still talk to them to this day. So it's just AAU days was just crazy. Those memories in the hotels and everything is something I'll never forget. So
what were your coaches' name, by the way, for both clubs?
So for Marksmen, it was Anthony Zullo and Coach Mickey. They coached at St. Dominic's in the Catholic League. And then Game 7 was Coach Mark Van Essen and JC. And both of those guys, both those coaches was just, each one was different. And I loved everything about them that was different about them, and each attitude and the way they looked at the game. And I just broke them all down and learned a lot from all four of them, and it was a pleasure playing for all of them.
It's like pouring into the cake mixer, add a little ingredients. Hey, I'm gonna do this, and hey, I got my little, and then you make a great cake, and they made you into the player you are today.
You need every flavor, like it just helps you get that full taste.
Full What's case? So out the gate as a freshman, you're on varsity. So you guys kind of struggled that year. That's the year you played with your brother.
Yeah.
2-17 overall, 113 league play, 8th in Section 8 ABC 4. What was the biggest adjustment for you as someone coming from middle school and immediately playing varsity?
Yeah, so that my goal was just to make varsity. I just wanted to make varsity being like a freshman. I just wanted to like say I was on varsity.
That's a big deal.
I also just wanted to like improve, and I'd rather like be the worst on the team if I'm getting better each day instead of, I don't know, averaging like 15 or 20 on JV and not really improving to get experience. But it was definitely something I would remember. It was an interesting year. I remember Nick Tuzio, he was a starting point guard at the time, and he got sick one game, and coach texted me, he's like, you're gonna start this game. And I was all nervous and stuff in class, like I wasn't even focusing on school, and I had I think I had a career high 18 points, and I was just like,
nice.
I could like, I'm meant for this. Like I've been training. That's when it kind of hit me. Like this is not like a fluke or anything. Like you train for this. Like you probably training harder than these people that you're playing against. And in my opinion, that was one of the most talented teams that we had. The talent. We just didn't put it all together. But we had a lot of good players on that team. My brother was good. We had Frankie Boney, Nate Flood, all these guys. It was just shooters.
Yeah.
It was just it was just crazy how that we had a bad record to reflect that, but that team, I just learned a lot, and I just got hungry from that. And I just wanted to keep improving and saying that we could be the best team in this league one day. And it was definitely, I learned a lot from that year.
Yeah. Oh no, you guys would eventually. We're gonna get into that as we continue to progress through the questions. But so after that nightmare season for the program, what were workouts you were doing to prepare for your sophomore year? Now that you knew what to expect at the varsity level,
I was doing a lot of strength and conditioning, because I'm playing guys that at the time I was 13 when I entered freshman year, and I was playing guys that were 17, 18, and I was just like, I got to get stronger so I can keep bumping with these guys and absorb contact and speed. It was really there. I was fast at that age, but I just need to slow down my speed actually, and learn how to play with a better pace at that age. And it was just like that summer was a lot of lifting, running, and just getting my body against bigger players, so I'm not getting bullied. So
yeah. No, you definitely got stockier. Especially when I saw you in college, I was like, yeah, he ain't getting moved out here. Yeah. Nobody's moving him. So you definitely, I saw through your high school years and college, you definitely put that in fruition. So as a sophomore in 2016-17 high school, you guys made a big improvement. 28 overall record, 4-8 in league play, good for 4th in the Section 8 ABC 3 league. What was the biggest difference from your freshman year you saw in yourself and the team that season?
It was definitely the culture. I could shout out some of the captains, Nick Tuzio, Robert, Steven Hendrickson.
Yeah.
It was just the way we hung out a lot off the court too.
That's good. Yeah.
And we just felt connected. There was a lot of not beef freshman year, but people didn't get along, and that translated in the game because people were on the ball and they were passing it. And sophomore year, we kind of put it all together and kind of we were playing as a team, and we just enjoyed winning. We actually found a swagger in winning. We brought crowds back to the games. The crowd was actually filled up to people were getting. People, if you were late, you were not getting a seat at one point in the season, especially when we were playoffs. So it was definitely just enjoying the moments with the guys, and we were just all humble. We just wanted to make the best play for each other, and no one was selfish, and that it just really just prepared us for playoffs. And how we upsetted Glen Cove, I remember, and it was just after that win, it was crazy because we never won a playoff game in a couple years. And to win two and upset at their opponents crowd, it was crazy. We had all the student section was jumping. It was, I'll never forget that game too. It was something crazy.
The adrenaline was pumping.
Yeah, it was definitely pumping. I'm I'm a sophomore, so I'm I don't even know that feeling. I'm yo, we're winning games now. I'm a sophomore. I got 2 more years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got more time on the.
It felt the top of the world at that time. Yeah,
and it's good that you built that chemistry with your teammates off the court. People sleep on that, building chemistry with your team off the court, your teammates. That's how you really build that bond, that cohesive unit, and it helps you on the court as well.
Exactly. When
really
you know
does.
your teammates got your back, it's it's a different feeling. So
Yeah.
it definitely helped. So
Especially you as the point guard, you're the leader. You're the leader
Yeah.
of everybody on the court, especially
Exactly.
offensively and all that. Telling everybody where to go, where to be at. So this definitely is important to you.
And like me being young, like at that age, I was probably like 14 or 15, like, and them like accepting me, like, and listening to me definitely helped too. And not just like brushing me away because I'm that young. They knew I had like knowledge, and it was just, that's why we just got along. So it was just definitely helped in the long run.
Definitely. So you guys did win playoff games that year, but you guys did have a heartbreaking defeat against Valley Stream High School, 66-34 in the playoffs that year. How tough was the blowout loss for the team and you personally? And what did you take away from your sophomore varsity season?
It was definitely that was I remember the first play we got a steal and we missed a layup, and I'm like, if that layup goes in, I always tell them this, if like that layup went in, I think we win, and it's a different game. But it was just, I mean, it's easy to say that now, but we definitely learned. It was just like it kind of humbled us and saying, we had a good year, but we're not that good yet. We got to go back to work and to get over this hump. So we just knew that we could get back to that position, and like playoffs wasn't like it wasn't a shock. Like we knew we could make playoffs, and it was just a matter of how far we could go. So it was definitely like a different mindset going into that off season, and a different like it was like that swagger off the court, saying like, yo, we were just in the semis, like we could definitely we could keep going and keep getting better. So it was definitely a good off season.
Yeah, the next year you guys definitely did get better. So you guys went 14-7 overall, 8-4 in league play, good for third place in Section 8 ABC 3 league. You guys improved your record in league play by exponentially that year. What would you say was the main reason for the improvement? And then how did you take pride in being a leader now that you were upperclassmen?
Yeah, it was definitely every practice we made it competitive, and we were just going at each other every practice. We had this thing every year. It was like the green versus white scrimmage. Oh, really? Kind of like it was a scrimmage for like an inter-squad scrimmage. That's kind of like how it was. And I remember we coached like, I don't know if it's second or like third quarter, coach just like canceled it because we were just barking at each other, and like he kicked like two people out. It was just, we was battling each other. But then off the court, like we just knew that it was like we're going at each other, we're making each other better at the end of the day. So I knew that team was special because we just knew we brought the best out of each other. And I guess that's what good leaders do. They bring the best out of each other, and that's what we were doing. And we were just going at each other, and it was just that year we just knew that we had like a different team, and we had a lot of players back and experience. So we knew like we could do something better. But I was telling you before, like I broke my kneecap. I missed playoffs in the last like 5 regular season games. So that definitely was very humbling, having like a coaching perspective on the bench, because I was like, it was tough watching them play and then lose like the playoff game. Because they played hard, and and I just wanted to see them win. It was tough because those seniors, I didn't get a chance to play with those seniors that year. And it was just like, I thought we could have went further and made that was a special team, I thought. So different results if I felt like if I could play in the playoffs and help my team out. But yeah, I remember that team. That was a special team.
Special team. Your dream team?
What happened?
That was like your little dream team?
Yeah, that was our dream team.
Oh yeah, so you're talking about that 92-46 loss to Floral Park Memorial, right?
Yeah, it was tough because they
broke your kneecap. Oh man,
they smacked us. Like I hurt my knee at Floral Park too, so losing to them again, it was just like it was tragic. It felt like it was not nice on them.
Yeah, I never broke my kneecap, but I did tear my ACL. It was a scar, like I showed you before the interview.
Yeah.
Injuries suck, bro.
It's hard. It's hard mentally to overcome sometimes, especially when you're like in that mode. Like everything's at the highest point, and then something that could break you down. But I guess we come stronger from it. So
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, blessing in disguise.
So in 2018-19, your senior year, you and your team were on a mission that year.
Yeah,
you guys came out the gate winning your first 5 games to start off 5-0. The first 4 games, bro, you were averaging over 32 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. When I was doing the research, I was like, yo, this guy was unstoppable. You opened the season with a 27-point outing against Kings Park, one of the top teams in Suffolk County at the time, an 81-60 win. 2 days later against Hewlett, you dropped 41 points, an 86-64 win, 9 shy of the Lynbrook Owls single-game record. You were a man possessed that season. What was motivating you and your team to such a scorching start?
I kind of like felt like I still felt it from last year for all those guys that like I couldn't play in the playoffs. Like I just wanted to play hard for them. Like that summer I probably worked my hardest that summer, trying to get healthy and trying to get back into everything. But yeah, those first 4 games I don't even know what was happening. It was just I felt like I was just getting rewarded for like working out hard, and the ball was just coming my way, and my teammates were making plays for me, helping me get open, and I just felt like I have the first 2 games I was averaging a lot, and I was just like that scoring mentality just hit me, and I'm just felt like a killer every time I was on the court. Like I felt like I could score anytime I touched the ball, but it was definitely our teammates. We were playing. That helped us play great defense. That was probably one of our best defensive years. So my team was giving me open layups at sometimes. They helped me so much to get open and overcome challenges and keep the energy up. So it was definitely that was a good start of the season. Definitely, I remember that. I felt different about the team and everyone. I felt like our team felt like we couldn't lose a game. Like our team probably was a real dream team. That team because.
You tell them together.
We actually accomplished some things, but it was definitely like exciting to start off like that and to see like who could stop us and how much we could get better. But
hey, that pain turned to prosperity, man. Break your kneecap your junior year, like, man, I thought this was the team, but then the next year you guys come out like that and you come out like that, it's like, woof. Like, bro, chill out, bro. Your opponents were like, man, this guy's we have to worry about him on the scouting report every game.
I remember we were like, we all had like the same gym membership to like sport time. So I had a court and a weight room, and we were all going at the same time.
Oh, that's dope.
We were training together like 5 a.m. After practice. Like I felt like everybody had that same goal, and it felt like it was good working towards. Everyone has that same mindset, working to that same goal that we're trying to get. So it was definitely nice seeing it, the work ethic of our teammates throughout the year. So that was good to see.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's like R&B to my ears. So you're not just a scorer though, but you're also a great leader. Your former high school head coach, Jamie Adams, shout out to Jamie, said Rylan is a natural leader. He leads both by example and by encouraging his teammates and wanting the best for them and the team. Your assistant coach, Brian Donaldson, also had high remarks for you. Rylan is the first in the gym and has that Kevin Garnett effect, where he's already working up a sweat before the practice/game. When you heard that type of phrase from your coaches and your teammates, what's going through your mind when you hear that?
I just shout out to those coaches. I mean, the amount of trust that they had in me just made me feel like very confident, knowing that they trusted me on the work I put in, and they trust me with the ball in my hands and leading a team. And my relationship with Jamie after those 4 years, we kept just increasing our bond and relationship and getting closer. And just Kevin Monahan, the other assistant coach, and Brian Donaldson, like those guys just had faith in me and just knew that I put the work in, and they always just cheered me up and gave me advice. I just listened to them because they had experience playing and coaching, and it just listening to people who had more basketball IQ than me was amazing to just know that they had my back no matter what happened. Those guys loved me, and it felt definitely special playing on those teams, because just that edge to know that you could just ball out and play how you want to play without like knowing someone's gonna like critique you.
No restrictions.
Yeah,
you don't feel so much pressure on weight
having
on your
that green light is different. It's just a good feeling. So those guys definitely helped me during my 4 years grow as a person and as a basketball player. So
they were your ride or dies, like what they would say, bad boys, ride or die. Hey, shout out to Martin Lawrence, man. Wearing the Martin jacket for the first time, you know? Hey, shout out to bad boys, man. So you guys finished that season with an incredible 23 overall record, 9-2 in league play, which was second overall that year behind Valley Stream. How fun was that final season for you and your fellow teammates who were seniors, as well as guys such as James Montgomery, Tommy Clifford, and so forth? Yeah,
it was definitely crazy. That semifinal game that we beat Valley Stream South, was a rival. We had beef with them throughout the whole season, and it was just like it was a rivalry, and we just everyone was posting things online. I try to stay out of that, but it was mad funny. We had their whole town was at the game, our whole town was at the game, different sides chirping at each other. So it was definitely that was a game to remember. It was winning that game like we definitely thought we had it because I thought we all thought they were better than Manhasset, who we played in the chip that year, but it was bad way to end the year when we lost in that championship game, but it was just amazing to see how the whole town poured out love to us and showed out and filled those bleachers up. They all thought we're gonna win, had faith in us, so I'll never forget that. But yeah, it hurts not bringing the town a championship, but we definitely we gave them everything we got, so I have no regrets obviously not winning, but we did everything we could, and we lost a good Manhasset team, well-coached team. And we had them in the first half. We're up in the first half. We felt like we had it. The momentum was on our side, and then we just broke down. They went into like a zone or something, and we just didn't adjust very well, and we didn't end up pulling it through. But definitely it was – I'm always going to remember that game. But, yeah, that was tough, not winning that championship for sure. Yeah. Definitely not bringing that home.
So you didn't win the county title that year, but you guys did accomplish something Lynbrook hadn't done in a decade at the time. You won the conference title, which you guys did by defeating Lawrence in a 72-58 win in the regular season finale that year to share claim of the Conference A VI title with Valley Stream South. And it was your school's second conference title since 1989. What was it like in the locker room after that game to do it with your program that only won 2 games your freshman year? Like, you literally started from the bottom with this team. You guys were terrible. Only win 2 games your freshman year to now winning the conference title. You're like the best in your conference. How did it feel for you and your teammates?
It definitely felt pretty good because we just felt like we brought like that energy back to Lynbrook and that like that swagger, and we put them back on the map. That's what coach kept saying. Yep. So it felt good to like get our town back to like to have a good sport rating, or like just have an edge that we're just not some kids from Lynbrook from a small town. Like we got some ballers in this town too. So it was nice to see that we brought some passion back to the town and to the community. So
that's beautiful, man. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I know you talked about Manhasset, 55-42. You had the team high 18 points in the Nassau Class A final at Farmingdale College. So how would you describe how painful that loss was for you and your teammates, knowing that this was your last high school game?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I remember crying in the locker room. Like, I just not seeing this the team again, and like the coaches. 4 years out that I was at that high school, like all the memories. It was just definitely it's gonna be tough it's still tough, like not knowing that I didn't win a championship for them, but I remember that like I impacted the program and like in a winning program, and that's kind of how I remember it. It's just we just impacted the community. We gave them something to remember, and we gave that team in town some hope to root for and stuff. So yeah, that's what I could say about that. Yeah,
you shifted and redeemed the culture.
Yeah. The culture we shifted that culture definitely from what it was freshman year to what it was senior year. Like, it led on to the guys, the underclass at the time. In the 2 years after we left, we definitely helped impact that culture. But it was good to say that we changed some things around in that town. So,
and that's sick, man. I know it made you more appreciative too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you played against a lot of great players. Who were the best players you ever played with and against in high school?
Okay, in high school,
you can go against first.
Played against, like whole career, freshman and senior.
AAU or in regular high school. Yeah.
Okay. I started high school. I played against Hall Elysius. He was a big man that went to Bryant my freshman year. He went to Valley Stream South. A lot of actually good players from Valley Stream South. Aaron Davis, he went to Farmingdale State College. Corey Powell, he went to Farmingdale State College. Great college. They careers. They had 1,000 points. They won the championship 2 years in that Skyline Conference, I think. So yeah, they definitely were great players that I played against. But AAU, I played against Joe Girardi. Clemson, he's at right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he had a good performance in the in the tournament, March Madness, but he was definitely one of Joe Toussaint.
Yeah.
But definitely a lot of New York ballers. Jose Alvarado.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Jose.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult playing against him.
The Chris Paul stopper.
Yeah, it was just he was just on a different speed and different level. So I think I played him against on a hoop group. I was at a hoop group camp when I was like I was younger, maybe going to 8th grade or 9th grade.
Yeah.
And I played up for some reason. It wasn't a good decision, but I learned a lot. It was good playing against older people. Definitely humbling yourself, knowing that you're not that good.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to work. It's a different feeling. Like it hits home. Going on that car ride home, saying like, "Damn, like,
I just played against a future pro.
You suck."
I'm not there yet.
I suck.
Yeah.
Like it's the sporting for me. I know everybody who played AAU had that time.
Trust me too.
Eating like fast food or something during the break of the games, thinking like yourself, yo, is this sport
young,
really for me? Like, yo, we just got clapped by 50. Like this is unbelievable.
Bro,
Like,
I had those same feelings, bro.
I know, it's hilarious.
But you're young, you eat junk food because you don't, you're young, you think you're invincible.
Exactly,
You think you just go on the court and you're like, man, after like 2 full sprints, you're like, man,
Chipotle
I'm
for like
tired.
3 games.
Exactly.
Pressing full court.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you have Jose Grand Theft Auto guarding you. You know they call him that, right? That's the big name, Grand Theft Auto, Alvarado.
He's stealing the ball behind the back.
Bro. Nah, he's doing his thing though in the NBA for the Pelicans.
No, yeah,
he's
definitely
doing his thing. So you finished your historic high school career with the Lynbrook Owls as one of the greatest to ever play for the program. Here are some of your accomplishments. You led the team to the Section VIII Class A Conference IV title in 2019. You were All-State Class A selection, Newsday All Long Island second team, Section VII/XI All Tournament team, the Alzheimer's Basketball Classic All-Star in 2018. You reached a monumental 1,000-point plateau in high school. And you also, I think, were a phenom at an AAU camp, Marksmen, I believe,
Yeah.
2019. Do you ever reflect back and think, man, I accomplished all that? Does it ever leave you amazed when you reflect back?
Yeah, I mean, I give props to God. I mean, he gave me the powers to do everything and the energy and spirit. He paved the way for me. So I just I went through whatever roadblocks he gave me. I just kept living life and going through what path that came my way. And I don't regret anything because I learned from the lowest points and the highest points. So it was a great journey along the way and accomplishing everything. So I could just say that he did that for me. So it was just, I gave it all like props to God.
Hey, God is always good, man.
Yeah.
Always is good. Now being off state, on Long Island, and man, that's crazy, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you should be really proud of yourself.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was definitely from where I came from, it was definitely just mind awakening to see how much I could do if I just put my mind focus on training, my religion, and just trying to be as successful as I could. So I appreciate it.
Of course. So it's now time for the next step in your life, college.
Yeah.
we all know college. College, they say, is some of the best years of your life. Now, they do say it's the best years of your life. What colleges were you looking at the time? What colleges were you considering?
So I was definitely, my head was Division II. So I wanted to get a Division II offer or a spot on a team. So I was talking to Malloy and Adelphi at the time. But I knew they had players, so I knew I was going to play the first 2 years because they had already had like 2 All-Americans, and they had the point guards filled up in the guards. So I was just playing AAU, and I was emailing coaches. I was trying to just get as many looks or coaches to notice me, come to games. So at an AAU travel tournament, New Paltz actually emailed me and came up to me and talked to me. They're at the game. I had a good tournament, and ever since that, they kept contacting me, and the coach was really interested in me and very nice about it, and coming to my games, traveling to Long Island for a couple games. So it was very I felt like they wanted me and very welcoming. So after I didn't get no offers at the end of the playoffs, so I was like, this is the only school I feel like is kind of pursuing me and has that interest in me. So I actually went to Cortland too. I was looking at them at the time, but New Paltz I felt like just fit, and I just felt like I wanted to be where someone wanted me, so I chose that, and it was kind of like it's 2 hours from where I live in Long Island, so it wasn't too far from home, and it was like, all right, I don't feel that bad because my parents could come to the game, I could go home if I want to. So I felt like it was a good fit, and yeah, I guess God wanted me to go there for some reason, so.
And the rest was history.
Yeah.
Jamie Seward, he had a good eye. Shout out head coach, New Paltz Hawks men's coach Jamie Seward, man. Oh, he's gonna see this too.
Keith Kenney.
Keith Kenney. Keith Kenney. I had them mixed up with the women's coach. Keith Kenney.
He shout out to him. I mean, he really helped. He built that relationship from the start. So I definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So
yeah. So you chose to continue your basketball career in education at New Paltz. What stood out to you about the program above the rest?
It was definitely, I just wanted to learn more about that business side of things, and that was kind of the major that I felt like I can. My dad and mom always told me get a backup plan, so I felt like if I could run a business one day or be like a head guy for a top business, I always just wanted to have that as like a spare. So I always wanted to make sure I had a backup, so I felt my interest in business. And it was something I knew wasn't like going to be too hard in college. That I can like maintain basketball and lifestyle and other things. So
you have that rock star lifestyle. You got the rock star look, man. You got the flow, the chain, everything. You're in LA, Los Angeles Times shirt. Like,
I had to get a cut for the interview.
Got to get the cut. Hey, I remember you were texting before the interview. You said you got your cut last week. I'm like, boy, your cut still looks fresh. I just got mine 2 days ago. Man, when I'm a weekend, I already start getting the stubble.
Yeah, I feel that.
So 2019-20 as a freshman, you're not really getting much playing time. You guys went 7-18 over that year, 3-15 in conference play. Was it difficult for you knowing your team was struggling and you weren't getting the opportunity you thought you should to help change the outcome of the game, especially after coming out of high school? You're all state, you're all selection, all Long Island, all that. Like, how did that feel for you?
Yeah, it was definitely humbling to know that coming from a team, like when you're the man, you're the guy. It was definitely something I had to get used to. Cause we had our first game. My other freshman, my roommate, shout out to RJ Myers Turner.
Yeah.
My boy had like 18 or he had like 21. He had a great first game, and I'm like, we already had like another senior who was a starting point guard. So I'm like, he just had 18. It's clipped for me. I don't think I'm gonna play this season. Like, it's props to him. Like, it's clipped for me. Like, I don't. We got another guard who's going off. We already have like 2 guards, but I was just trying my hardest in practice, battling with them. I had my good days in practice, bad days, and I felt like I could affect the team. Obviously, when I got in, I would play hard defense or make some hustle plays. I definitely thought I could make some more minutes. So I definitely pled my case to the coach a couple times during the season. So I felt like that was good. So me to share my experience and my thoughts and like what I thought was going on, and him to tell me his feedback. But yeah, I did start the last 2 games of the season. We actually won those 2 games. I think we knocked out a team from like a playoff position. So it was definitely something good to train for the next year. But that year was tough, man. It was definitely tough. It was knowing that I wasn't the guy anymore, and like just
humbled you,
being like a role player and like a bench player. Like, definitely humbling. So like,
college awakening.
Yeah, definitely a college awakening.
That's the same thing I asked when I interviewed other past college players, like my guy Lamont Edwards when he went from high school to college, and then Ainsley Almanor, who's actually went from high school to college to FDU and then now to Kentucky. They said the same thing. You're the man in high school, and then when you get to college practices, you think you got this moving, and it gets pinned off the backboard. You're like, oh, nah, this is different. You're like, oh, this is
everybody got
man.
that level here. Yes, it's a different skill in college. So it definitely was
no matter what level, D3, D2, D1, doesn't matter.
It was a rude awakening for sure.
Yeah.
That was.
So COVID hit in 2020. How did COVID impact you physically and mentally as you lost the 2020-21 season?
I would say that year was definitely the most blessing in my life, honestly. I lived at the park. I was at the park all day, training, playing pickup at night. We're playing till like 3 a.m. with the lights on.
Oh, wow.
And it was just, I was playing against so much good competition at the time. it definitely because there was no leagues going on at that time. Like, there's no one was playing ball, so everybody who was good in Long Island was going to like that same park in Rocco Center, the Avalon courts. We were just going battling every day. People would show up. You knew games were going on. And shout out to Caesar and Diego and everybody I was training with, Jalad, during that time, because we were just nonstop field workout to the park, shooting around to pick up another park, and we were just living outside. And I improved my game so much. That COVID summer, it definitely paid off, but that was definitely the turning point of my college career, I would say.
Yeah, COVID. I know COVID was bad, but that's also the time, June 2020 is when I created this DJ Sports Show,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
It's like, because I actually had more free time. I was like, school's from home.
Exactly.
Okay, I have more downtime. I was working a part-time job at the time at KFC. I was thinking, I need to start doing something related to what I want to do, because I'm ending my sophomore year. I still haven't done an internship yet. I'm starting to get worried. I'm like, all right, I'm looking at a way to create a free podcast, and then found Anchor. Now it's called Spotify for Podcasters. And it's changed my life. It really has.
Yeah.
To have people like you on the show, and then all the guests I've had on through the years, to get it on radio, meeting icons,
Yeah,
like
it's
Adam
crazy how
Silver.
much you build
Yeah.
from that. It's
Yeah.
definitely motivating to see.
Like Drake said, started from the bottom, now here.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So that summer you talked about you playing on the courts again better. The next year we actually met in 2021, 22.
Yeah.
When I was a sports announcer there, you had your most efficient scoring season during that time at New Pulse that next year. Shooting 50% from the field, averaging 17.4 points per game, 33% from three to go along with 6.2 rebounds per game and 2.7 assists per game. You guys went 15 and 11 overall. You were named first team All-SUNYAC. How did it feel to have the season you had after having COVID wipe out one season, and your freshman year you're not getting much opportunity? Those park runs paid off.
Yeah, it was definitely an adjustment. Knowing first 3 games of the season, not knowing like what role I was gonna be, cause I didn't start that season off thinking I was gonna be the guy of the team. Like, I knew like I was gonna be a big part of the team, but I didn't realize till the games kept going on. I'm like, I'm the number 1 scorer right now, like top rebounder. Like I didn't even realize that I was balling out till I saw the stats and like knew we were winning. And I'm like, okay, like now, like I felt like I was the leader of the team at the time. Like, people were looking at me to like my attitude, my energy. I felt like I had to bring it every game. Like, and then I felt like this feeling to like not prove to the other league, like this league, that the other teams in the league, that I'm like, our team is legit and like I'm a baller. It was just like kind of like it just happened. We just kept winning games. I was like, I felt the edge. I felt like everybody wanted to go after me and didn't think like I was nice or something.
Yeah.
So I just felt like everybody was after me, and I just gave it to everybody. I was taught.
I had a front row seat at the home games. I was like, Rylan Blondo for 3. Man, I miss those days, man.
That was just crazy days.
Yeah.
It was. I just felt like a scoring edge was back. I just felt like I could just score the ball and get to the paint whenever I wanted. I just felt like I was quicker than everybody else.
Yeah.
It was definitely
found your mojo and confidence again.
Yeah, I just felt like
high school,
a pep in my step. Yeah, it felt like high school back again.
Yeah,
so it was definitely a good feeling.
Yeah, that was a privilege to watch you that season, man. It really was.
Yeah, from freshman year to that, like, just
big improvement, man. Most improved. They should have given you most improved too.
Yeah.
So you guys that season, you lost to your rival Oswego 94-60 in the 2022 SUNYAC tournament.
Yeah,
how bitter was that loss for the team and you? What did you learn from it?
That was embarrassing, that game. Like we were down like 30 in a playoff game. Like I learned from that our team was just, we were almost there but not there yet, and that we just learned that Oswego was just on a different level than us at the time. And I guess it took another year to learn from them again, but it was just it wasn't a good feeling. It felt like everything we did throughout the season got like dismissed, kind of like it was like we did all that for this. Like, it was definitely
Slap in
learned
the
a
face.
lot. We learned how we weren't that good, and we needed more. We needed to figure out different strategies, different ways how to play, how to beat them, different ways to play together. It was just we were just trying to like learn more about ourselves.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
kind of
a slap in the face.
yeah.
Yeah. So the next season, 2022-23, you guys kind of took a mini step back, 13-14 overall, 10-8 conference play. You made All-SUNYAC second team with points per game 50.6, rebounds for 5.6, and assists 3.4. What's the reason you would say for your guys' struggles that year? As you also ended up losing to your rival number 9 ranked Oswego again in the 2023 SUNYAC tournament in a tight one this time, 73-68. And then also, how did it losing twice in a row to the same opponent? How gut-wrenching was that for you?
It was definitely
That season had to be crazy.
yeah, it was. We knew like we got better from the year before with just more experience because that's we didn't play a playoff game. I don't think New Paltz was in a playoff game for like a couple of years. Besides when that sophomore year, the first loss. So definitely coming into the playoffs, and we felt like we brought the mojo back to New Paltz and how everybody was coming to our games and stuff. That we felt that we had this program back. So it was definitely more what's the word? Definitely more passion was with this team that when we went to the playoffs. So we played together for a whole year. We got playoff experience. Now we're going into this playoff again, playing the same team again in the same round semis.
Yeah.
They just beat us pretty bad in the regular season probably. So we had that mental hump to get over Oswego. Like when we were down like 5, it felt like down 15.
Yep.
Like we just felt like we couldn't like come back from them. So when we're down, we just couldn't get over that hump again, and they gave us another L in the semis. But
that had to sting more to come in the second time, same opponent.
Yeah, definitely. Because we knew we wanted to get past the semis. Like we messed up our seeding. That we should have got the bye that year, but we lost some games again, and I think we ended that regular season a little soft. So we slipped down in the ranking. So we ended up playing Oswego again in the semis. Their court again. They're hosting. So it was like. We're here again, and we didn't do it. We didn't do the job. So it was like, man, what is it? What is it? What is it that we have to do to get past this team? Yeah. So
even though you guys did lose, it was a much tighter game than it was the first go around. So you did get better in some aspects.
Yeah, we definitely made it more competitive. So
you were building on the right trajectory.
Yeah.
This coming to your final season now on your last hurrah during the off season, was that your motivation to hoist up that SUNYAC title heading into your senior season, which now is the rise of the champion season?
Yeah, it was definitely just chip or just bust. That was the mindset going into the off season, into the season, and I think that was definitely helpful for everybody because we just all in the same mindset. It's a championship or nothing. Like we're not settling for anything else anymore. Like this is our last year. We got 5 seniors we had. It was all or nothing. Like it was literally all in or nothing.
Yep. 2023-24 this past season was the best in New Paltz men's program history. 28 overall, 12-6 in conference play, coming out your first 8 of 10 games. You won your first 8 of 10 games I saw when I was researching.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you guys are on a roll. Was it a revenge tour for you and your teammates?
Definitely a revenge tour.
Yep.
We all were in for the blood. We just knew we all had a hunger to win the championship. We're tired of losing to Oswego. We're tired of losing to the league, and just keep flopping in the semis every year. So we knew this was going to be the year. The coaches, the players, everybody was on that same mindset. We definitely all pushed each other towards that goal. So that was definitely something that we knew we all were in sync with.
Yep. Yeah, it was bittersweet when I was watching it too. I was watching the game live. I was watching both you and the girls the same day. I was flipping back and forth.
Yeah, I
was so happy, bro.
It was crazy. The people were watching at the.
Yeah.
It was
I was
just,
like, man,
they were at the women's game who they were hosting, watching all game.
That's what I'm saying. So you made your 3rd consecutive All-SUNYAC team. You were named the 2024 Male Scholar Athlete Basketball Player of the Year. But most importantly, you guys finally got over the hump, winning the first ever SUNYAC title in the program's history. And even better, against your rival, #1 ranked Oswego on their home court, where you lost the last 2 seasons, beating them 85-80 in a hostile environment. Yeah, that game was crazy. I was watching it. I was like, this crowd is crazy. What was your initial emotions and reaction after you heard that final buzzer sound off as you and your team rushed the court in celebration?
Nah, it was definitely something
Bittersweet.
I would tell to my kids one day and stuff. Like, I would always remember that feeling. It was just, I felt like we were just on top of the world. It was just crazy, that feeling, just that feeling of being like a champion. Like, I never won a championship like that. Not in high school, middle school. We didn't have anything like that. It was just like knowing that feeling that we finally did it. All that work actually paid off.
And you're the first to do it too in the program's history. Like,
yeah, that too.
Even more
just,
historic.
Yeah, it was just from where we came from to winning the first title. It was definitely just amazing. And it was a lot of tears of joy and just emotion. Hugging my dad, he was there.
Yep.
Him coming, like driving 6-7 hours to watch the game, knowing that he went there the 2 years in a row, seeing us lose. It was like that hug of like, we did it. It was just amazing. Hugging my teammates, my coaches.
Yeah.
It was just, especially beating
about it.
Yeah, just beating Oswego. Like, we felt like that was the first time I beat them in my career.
Wow.
I never beat them. The one time we actually did beat them, I got hurt and I didn't play that game. So it was like, I was still fighting my mental battles against them. Like,
I'm trying. Am I the reason we lost?
Yeah, I'm like trying to beat the Golden State Warriors. Like,
when they had KD,
yeah,
right?
with KD.
What?
It just felt like, it was amazing. Just knowing that we did it and made history.
Bro, I teared up that day watching the girls and you guys win this. I was like, I'm an alumni, proud alumni, class 2022. I'm like, man, I sports announced and watch all these people up close, man. Like,
it was just,
I was so happy for the program, my school, man.
It was just definitely very emotional because that was a tough year for me with all my injuries. I was playing through a torn ligament in my wrist. I dislocated my pinky like the last 5 games, 5th game to the regular season. Yeah. So I was just fighting injuries this whole season. And practice, I didn't like practice because if I went hard, I would feel it.
Feel the pain.
And it was just like, I didn't want to go not hard. It was just tough seeing like my teammates go hard and me like have to sit out a lot of practices and not play with them. And it was just definitely like a more humbling road. Coach recruited a lot of good transfers. AJ Knight, Kobe Bogard, Ethan St. Lucia, and it was just like
they did their thing, man.
Yeah, they definitely impacted this program. Like, I didn't really have to be that scorer every game. I could play. Like, I just had to make the right play.
Kobe was feasting that game.
Yeah, shout out to Kobe. 30 points.
Looking like Kevin Love in his prime, bro. Shooting the 3, being a beast down low.
Yeah.
Oh, my, yo.
He carried in that chip game. It was just amazing to see that we all just bought out each other's games, and we just it was just amazing to win that. Definitely never gonna forget that. Yeah, that moment.
And then AJ Knight was like a pest defensively, and then he was also scoring, but he was struggling scoring that game. But he made some big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, he was huge for us all year. It was just amazing to see how he could just come and do his thing at a new school. Yeah, so it was just dope. Everybody did their part. It was happy to see everybody be happy to win too, and see everybody deserved that joy. Coach running, hugging his kids. It was just amazing to see.
Nah, that's sick, man. I was so happy. I'm just proud of you guys, proud of what you've done for the program, and then seeing how far you guys come. Like, really is beautiful to see. How much do your teammates, such as Sean, Lucas, Tyreek, AJ, Kobe, Coach Keith Kenney, mean to you after making history this season, having been with the program at its lowest points and now to the pinnacle, capturing a title?
It was definitely
similar to high school. You weren't that good your first year, but then you end up winning the title your last season. It's kind of funny. It's ironic.
It's kind of similar to very similar to my high school career. So it was just I'm just always gonna be friends with these guys the rest of my life. Like, even if they don't talk to me, like, I know I'm gonna reach out to them. I know I'm gonna always remember them. Like, it's just crazy to see how, like, I could say that we made history together. And like, I'm always gonna remember, like, I hang out with those guys all the time, and like during the year. So I'm always gonna remember them, and I'm never gonna forget like the memories off the court, on the court. And it's just like to say that we did it And like when we got kids one day, I could just say, "Yo, remember we won the chip or something?" Like
We were the first ones to do it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just something that it's just a different feeling. We won that. Honestly, I felt even more closer to them and just like more of a family. So yeah, I love those brothers forever. So it's just something that I'm blessed to say I got to like have those relationships. So
Yeah. Man, you've had some great teammates through the years. How would you describe some of your teammates? I remember when I was there, the most energetic had to be Isaiah.
Yeah.
Isaiah was like Kevin Garnett. Like,
yeah, me and him, we had a lot of
Tyreek was more
battles in
quiet,
practice.
but he was athletic. You throw lobs to him.
Yeah.
Lucas kind of reserved, but he was like a sniper. And then Sean, he was a leader. He was like Isaiah too. He was getting after it defensively. He took the pressure off you having to bring the ball up the court. He was also like a second lead guard, and he was scored too for the team. Like, how would you describe some of your teammates?
Yeah, they definitely made me the player who I am today. Sean and Dakota were definitely more of they brought it every day in competitive energy. They play hard every day in practice, in games. So knowing that they're not going to keep it easy off you was definitely, it's good to have those teammates around. AJ, RJ, Kobe, them just being a presence with their skill level and just, you got to be able to play defense in these guys. You got to play them 100% because they're gonna give you buckets in practice. It's just it's just amazing that these guys, how skilled they are, and what they do in practice really just adds up and just helps the team perform in games and get better every day. So, and Tyreek, he'd be the quiet one, but he would share knowledge at times in practice. He would tell people what to do, and people really valued his information and what he said.
All-time shot blocking leader in this program's history, man.
Yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Blocking everything, pinning everything.
That's crazy.
Man.
Number one leader in block.
Yeah. It's like, man.
He was pinning everybody's shots. It's crazy.
So you end college now. How would you describe your college career? You're a 3-time All-SUNYAC selection, 2024 Male Scholar Basketball Athlete of the Year, 2024 Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. You win the SUNYAC championship, the first ever in program's history, and you score over 1,000 career college points. The list goes on and on. How do you reflect back on college now that you're finally graduated and everything's settled?
I would just say it was just I could just say it's a magical time. It was just a magical time. Everything about it was just like being in that presence, in that zone, that different mindset, being in college, of winning a championship, being close to everybody. It just felt, every day it just felt good waking up and knowing that you got a lot of people to support you, and you got a lot of friends, coaches, a lot of resources out here, alumni reaching and supporting. It was an amazing feeling. Yeah, it was just something that I'm never gonna forget those 4 years, and I'm glad that I went to this school and got to meet everybody and played for this team and played for my teammates and coaches and met everybody that I met at the school. So it's good to see how everybody could be so humble, and that I could learn more from other people too and their stories. So not just being more about myself and being open to everybody and learning about everybody else it was an amazing time here.
And then your coach, Keith Kenney, how would you describe your relationship with him? How does he change your life?
Yeah, our relationship is definitely very close. Just being able to open up to him and go to him whenever I need something off the court, on the court. I remember he brought me in like during this end of the season. I was in a little slump. I hurt my pinky, my wrist. I wasn't scoring that much, and we were just watching film from that sophomore year. I got first team All-SUNYAC, and just seeing how he just showed me like clips of me scoring and how I had the flow, and I wasn't thinking about it too much, and it was just like second nature, and that actually helped me get my little groove back right before playoffs and the semis and the championship game. And like I appreciate him for doing that and always just making me look back and visualize me scoring. Definitely helped me get ready for playoffs. So
shout out Keith Kenney, man.
Yeah, definitely. I always will remember him for being a great coach, pushing us in practice. He came to me and asked me if it was okay with me to recruit like AJ and Kobe, because he knew another guard coming in wouldn't look that good, but I knew that he was a scorer, and I just knew that that's gonna help us win. That he was a piece missing to a championship. So
Yeah.
I respect him for just respecting that and just always being like real.
So you ready for quick hitters now? We're almost near the end.
Yeah.
Biggest pivot moment of your life, good or bad, that has brought you on this journey you're on.
Wait, say that again one more time.
The biggest pivot moment of your life, good or bad, that has brought you on this journey you're on.
Definitely just giving my life to Jesus.
Yep.
Definitely helped me spiritual, physically, mentally. He made me the person I am today, and just trusting him.
Yeah. Favorite pregame meal?
Favorite pregame meal: grilled chicken Caesar salad.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's game day routine.
Usually I gotta do like a little skill session or shooting session in the morning, and then a lot of stretching before the game, and like a lot of hip mobility, and then always a little form shooting before the game, and then warming my body up for defense and stuff.
Yeah.
That's usually it.
I heard you talking. I know we mentioned to me before you might be trying out for the Euroleague.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going into that? You're training for that?
Yeah, I've been training a lot. I've been trying to get healthy, so I'm gonna get my body healthy first. I might need surgery in my wrist, but I'm gonna just get healthy and make sure that I got no regrets, and like knowing that I can't say anything, that my body's healthy, I have no excuses, and just like getting ready for that. And yeah, I'm excited about that.
And you're trying to find an agent right now, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna find an agent to help me settle down and look at other options and go from there. So
yeah. Well, when's the EuroLeague season start again?
it starts in like the springtime.
Springtime?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have to. Okay, so you have time. You have time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do outside of basketball? Like, what hobbies do you like to do? I saw you like to play poker.
Yeah, I'm a big poker guy. But other than that, I just like hanging out with friends, watching movies. I've been watching anime. I've been watching that lately. And I've just been finding ways to be active, exercising still. I'm still in my daily routine, and just making the most out of each day, because you know you never know about tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated?
Definitely my family and my close friends. Just knowing that, to make them proud. Just keep knowing that I gotta do whatever to make my parents repay them back for everything they've done
Tanya
for me.
and James.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to them. Yep. Top 5 music artists of all time.
Top 5.
They don't have to be in order either if you don't want to. Yeah. Just name 5.
I'm gonna go Jay-Z.
Oh. From Brooklyn, born in Brooklyn, of course.
Drake. What else? That's actually crazy. I'm not really that big of a music guy. I've been listening to Spanish music lately, but I don't even know Spanish. So I've just been
Like
listening
Bad
to
Bunny
the
come
beat.
to mind?
Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
I'm
he's the
listening to
dude.
the other song, Spanish beats, but I would say those two are my top 2 probably.
Top 2. He's like, I can't come up with 5.
Yeah, 5. Like
He's like Bad Bunny 3.
I don't want to disrespect anybody.
Yeah, he's like Bad Bunny 3. Those are my 3 right there.
Yeah.
Top 5 NBA players of all time and your all-time starting 5.
All right, so
You're a hooper. You know I had to ask you this question.
I'll go top 5 first.
Yeah.
So I got MJ like kind of like 1A, Kobe 1B,
Ooh, okay.
and I got Bron at 3, and then 4 and 5. I gotta throw Kareem in there,
Yep.
and I'm gonna throw Wilt Chamberlain.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
we have like the same, except I have Magic instead of Wilt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And my starting 5 would be, I'm gonna put Steph Curry, point guard.
Yep.
I'm gonna put Michael Jordan at the 2, Kobe at the 3. I put Bron 4 and Shaq 5. But leaving out KD's tough,
Yeah.
because that's my
tough.
guy too.
Do you watch movies at all? Like a lot?
I'm not really that big of a movie guy, but
Because I was gonna ask you, start, bench, cut, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Samuel L. Jackson.
say it again.
Start, bench, cut, Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, Will Smith.
I'm gonna start Denzel.
And you're gonna bench who?
I'm gonna put my bench Will. Will Smith.
And you cutting Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of shocked with that because you're a baller. No Samuel Jackson, no Coach Carter.
I know.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite movies too, honestly.
Yeah, that was inspiring.
Yeah.
Star bench cut, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Jordan, Kobe, Bron. I got to cut Bron. I'm going to start Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
bench Kobe.
I'm a bench Kobe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know that's tough cutting Bron, but those are my 1A, my 1B. Those are my top two.
Okay.
Those are my.
Nah, that's dope.
Those are the guys. Those guys are
Killers.
the goats, the killers.
Yeah. How would someone describe Rylan Blondo?
I would say definitely someone who's self-motivated, funny. I could get along with a lot of people very easy, and I'm a good listener. I like to listen to people, and it's a very active person who should make the best out of any time and be in the present.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got to be living in the present because, you can't dwell on the past and you don't know what the future
Exactly.
holds either. So.
You guys be here.
Yeah. What are your goals in life?
My goals in life, definitely to be a better Christian, and, grow my relationship with Jesus, and just being the best version of myself, making my parents proud, getting a good job, doing what I want to do, whatever the plan is for me, just giving it my all, and not even like having a lot of money and all that, just knowing that I'm happy with my family and my friends and my close circle, and knowing that I did everything I could to get the best out of this life and this world.
Yeah. 2 more. Who would you like to see on the show? But you have to help me get them on. Could be any sport.
Any sport. Wow. You never had Dakota Smith, right?
No, I never had Dakota yet.
I think he'd be definitely a good. He's a good story, good personal story life. He's definitely one of. He's always traveling. He's a crazy life. I feel like he'd be good for the show. He'll give you some good content.
Infectious energy.
Yeah, and he got 1 more year left too, so he's definitely gonna 2-peat.
Yeah.
So he has the experience, and he could share stories on how it feels to be like a champion going into another season. Which is, I wish I could experience that, but
hey, at least I still got the chip.
Yeah,
I still got the chip. And last question, I always like to close with my guests. When people think of the name Rylan Blondo, what do you want your legacy to be?
Someone who gives their heart out and works hard, and just a person that that's gonna bring the best version out of you too. So someone who you can be motivated by. So
and who will inspire you to be the best version of yourself.
You can inspire, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
So
man, this has been a pleasure, man.
I know.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Definitely been
your first in-depth interview?
It's been a long time trying to get me on the show. It's been a pleasure to be on.
I've been trying to get him on since December, January, around holiday time. You know how long ago that was?
Yeah, I know. So
but hey, we made it. Hey, God, everything works out for a reason. You ended up winning the SUNYAC championship.
Exactly.
More content, better content.
I know. I didn't jinx anything.
Yeah.
So we're not here talking about losing to Oswego again.
Yeah. Or talking with you midway through the season.
No, definitely. So.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure with my guy Rylan Blondo.
Definitely been a pleasure, man. Right hand.
Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and make sure you guys leave a 5-star rating on the podcast. I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
See you.
What is the legacy that you like to leave in the ring?
Well, I mean, I'm from Mexico, and I would like just to show how tough we are, and the